and welcome to Uptown Tonight. It is August 17th of 2022. It's a glorious day. I think I've been outside for maybe a whopping 5 minutes, 6 minutes, throwing the ball for the dog, and then the dog hit the fire pit, and he hurt himself a little bit. So I feel sorry for old ZBs, but he didn't seem to mind too much. He kept on going. But that, man, yeah, that resonated. I could feel it from where I was at. Poor puppy. But now we are here. For you, the FM area, the entertainment weekly podcast going on here. So the best thing you can do for us right now is subscribe, like, share, and all that other fun stuff. Yes, we are going live a little early today just because I have a heart out. I got to get and actually teach some kids some things and stuffs and everything else. But today we have Shane Bertrand here for the second time.
Hello.
We had such a good time with him last time. We could not resist and had to bring him back on. So this is going to be great. He sent me some of these photos and whatever this other... I don't know how you get into such, I'm not even going to say strangeness. It's just, it's kind of it's a curveball in my book.
It's different.
It's different, but it's freaking hilarious. Love it. So we got Pigs over here pushing the buttons for the last time, and she is off to SDSU. So this will be the last time with her, at least for a few months here. Maybe we can get her back in during some break times and everything else, but that's basically what's going on. So, of course, first we got to talk about me, which isn't that interesting. So let's go to our weekend fun. Oh yes, JoJo Mayer still up for grabs out there. So, guess in the comments and everything else, what was Peter Niblok's first drum set? What was his first drum set that he ever purchased? The same first drum set I ever purchased. So that's your hint for today, even though barely many people would actually know that. Next. And oh yes, we have merch, Uptown shirts. Come out at our shows and we'll sell you one right off the stage there. That's not a problem. You can meet Junior at the same time. And then ZB's from a year ago. And Shane was just like, he's gotten bigger.
He's way bigger. Jeez.
And he's waiting outside. The poor guy though. Oh, where's my other pictures? I have no more. I should have two more. Oh, I guess I do not. All right. Well, we had a picture of Dempsey's while we were playing out there last Friday, and it's always great playing downtown again. We're back in town. I think it was the first time in probably over a month or something we actually played in town again. So it was good being down there. Sound system sounds great. People are always nice. It's just, to me, it's, I'm not going to say low-key, but, I mean, it's a comfortable environment to actually perform in. Really like that. And then the next day we're at Park Rapids. We got the free t-shirts again at Zorba's out there. Love that place, man. They treat you so well as a musician, as the artist out there. I mean, all the free food you want. They don't charge you for anything like that. Nice. And they got this great green room and everything else where you can hang out in. And, man, it's just top-notch out there. So if you ever get a chance to play the Park Rapids, Zorba's, take it on up, pick it on up. So
a green room, you can do all the rock star stuff back there.
They have a keyboard, 2 guitars, a bass, acoustic bass up there, djembe, and a cajon, couches, your own personal bathroom. I mean, it's decked out. It's
don't
beautiful.
Trash it,
No.
Your band, that's the reputation you guys got.
Exactly, don't wreck that. It's a great place. So, enough about me. Let's get to Shane. How's it been going, man?
Not too shabby. Staying busy.
I know I pulled you straight from your job to here. So.
Oh, man. Yeah. Ran home real quick, got cleaned up, and right out the door again. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, the busy lifestyle, would you rather have it the other way? Had nothing going on?
No.
Yeah.
But work was great. I run lasers for a living.
Lasers?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have to explain this.
Well,
what kind of lasers?
It's just a big machine, and I cut sheet steel with lasers.
Oh, laser cutting. Okay.
Yeah, laser
Was
cutting.
it like plasma? Plasma?
It's like plasma, but it's just laser. I can't explain the difference.
Okay.
But we're running, some of the sheets that we run. This is really exciting. It takes, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, some of these sheets, but every sheet we ran was 2 hours long today.
Oh, okay.
And my job is so cool, I got to sit and read a book the entire time. I'm currently reading Duff McKagan's autobiography, It's So Easy. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you had a nice, lax day.
Yeah.
Kind of like me. I didn't really do much. I cleaned up the house a bit. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, it does look a lot nicer.
Oh, thanks, Pigs.
I noticed that right away.
All right, let's get to some of the photos and stuff. Let's just dive right into this thing because he's got some interesting stuff going on here.
Yeah. So
again, back to the old. I actually got that working last time. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
we wrote an entire album doing that.
Yeah, I gotta record more squirt music.
Yes, you do.
It's the last squirt music I recorded was back in 2007, so it's been a while.
It's due. It's time.
Yeah, way overdue. I've been so busy with other bands and stuff, and if you want to do it, you just turn your palms in the suction cups.
It's like, see,
that
going.
I
had it going last week for no reason whatsoever other than we were talking about you, I think. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's really weak compared to Shane's. But what's this?
This is the High Plains Reader.
Okay.
And in 2007, Weird Al came to town. Is when he played. Where did he play? I think it was the Civic Center, or he was somewhere in town. No, he was at the Red River Valley Fair that year.
Okay.
And I made a big deal out of it, and online or whatever. It's like, I want to get on stage with Weird Al Yankovic and do some hand squirts. And I did talk to the drummer online, Bermuda Schwartz, and he said, no guests. We don't have any guests at all, so okay, whatever. But these guys contacted me because I had a squirt album and I had it out sitting in a disc around, and I think I brought some to Orange Records maybe.
Okay. And
so yeah, they brought me in and did a little article, and that picture, they said, okay, what I want you to do is put your hands out like this, and I'm going to take a picture like that. So, okay.
In the world of squirt.
Yeah, manualism is the official term for the hand squirts.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I just called it it's hand farts, hand squirt. I do hand squirts.
Hand squirts works way better for me. I can remember that.
And if you go online, if you look up manualism on Wikipedia, it gives you a list of guys that have done stuff with the hand squirts. And since I was on Lex and Terry, they did a CD review.
Yep.
And I did a theme song for Scotch and Poohy when their last run on the radio. And so I had those couple of things. So I contacted the guy that did that Wikipedia page, and he put my name and those two things on there.
Oh,
so,
excellent.
Manualism Wikipedia, you can see me on there.
You can check it on Wikipedia right now. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I got to find that link and put that below.
Yeah, there you go. And
there we go.
And then
that's the headshot right there.
Yeah, and the Fargo Forum contacted me, and they wanted to do an article on the hand squirts. It's the strangest thing. Fargo Forum, okay. And then they brought me in. They brought their photographer in, and he took a couple of pictures, and this is the one he liked. Big old mutton chops that time.
Oh yeah.
Like, so. And my Christopher Walken Overdrive shirt. You remember that band, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
How do you forget a name like that? It's so awesome.
And then this is the first section of the article. It's the rest of it's on a different page, but yeah, what does it say? Squirt in a song, hand man's palms pump out sounds.
It kind of sounds wrong these days, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing that Lex and Terry thing live when they were doing it. Because I can almost picture where I was at. Because I was in a tool cat at the time, and I had the stereo just blasting behind me while I was at work, and all of a sudden it was just like, Shane Bertrand. I know that guy.
Yeah.
And they called him a savant and everything else.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, they thought it was just stupid at the beginning, and it's like,
yep.
Sir, you are a genius and a savant.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, this is the flyer for the very first gig that I played at the elementary school gym for a high school dance or something like that. And
Ripcord.
I drew the picture on the right. We were called Noise.
Okay.
If you look close, the logo is falling apart and his teeth are shattering because the speakers in the back are so loud. And the one on the left, my buddy Matt, he was a drummer for Ripcord.
Okay.
And he drew that one. So team effort. So yeah, we got it was $3 a head, and we raked in $375 that night. So there's a lot of people there for a first gig. A lot of gigs that I've played in my life. There's 10 people there. We've all done it.
I understand that. Yes, a little too much. No, but that's cool. How long did you guys play then? You split the time, or you?
Yeah, I think we played for about an hour.
Okay.
And then those guys played for about an hour and a half, I think.
Ah.
They were much better than we were, and they really had their stuff together. And we played stuff like, I don't know, we had a couple originals. We played Crazy Train. We played some Twisted Sister, Poison, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I was going to ask you about this. Like, what kind of music did you play then? So.
Yeah, we had a handful of originals.
Really?
Yeah.
Even back then.
Even back then, yeah. It's
nice.
We enjoyed the heck out of playing, writing originals and stuff. It was just like old Motley Crue type riffs, you know.
Okay. Were you a guitar player then, or?
Guitar player, yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember your chronological order here, how you went through, and also now you're on bass, now you're on acoustic.
Yeah, I do both acoustic and bass now. I don't play any electric guitar at all. I have a guitar at home, and it needs to be repaired. So.
Oh, what's its name?
It's a Flying V Charvel.
Okay.
1982 or 83.
Oh, wow. Like hang on to that guy.
Yeah, I'm never getting rid of that thing. And the Saggy Britches Boys.
See, here's where it starts getting strange. Like, what's going on here?
Okay, this is Scotch and Poohy. They're the most unique acoustic duo out there. They're just awesome, and they do a lot of originals. And then when they do the cover songs, they kind of put their own spin on it and stuff. And so they like to, these guys dream up like different things to do at shows.
Okay.
And like they do videos at home and everything. And they wanted to do some sort of like redneck kind of like bib overall theme kind of stuff, because I think it's mainly because Poohy hooked up with that banjo, so I think
so they had to do something with it.
Exactly. So they decided to do a banjo night live, kind of like Saturday Night Live thing, where it was live. It was live. I'm not going to say anything other than it was live. I'm not,
Okay.
But so. But yeah, they had me get involved, and this is the day that we recorded those videos. I did 2 songs with those guys, and so we went into their little water heater room or their little maintenance room or whatever, and took some pictures. And I have this character that I came up with, kind of a spin-off of Tom Green's redneck guy he does, where he has the teeth.
Yep.
And he asks, "Hey, you want to lick my caramel?" You know that one there.
We got that video right here. Should we play that thing?
Let's do it.
What was that? Raccoon on a hubcap.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm a camel work extraordinaire. Tell you what, learned back south, back down Mississippi with my daddy. He taught me how to run a camel just after he cooked up some raccoon, man. It's a song about my dad called Raccoon on a Hubcap.
That's what it was.
I can't do
I just love
that.
the eyes.
I wrote this tune called Raccoon on a Hubcap. I just thought the food was a funny idea. Backwoods, got a dude who's going to cook your food on a hubcap. Raccoon meat, like chew with chopped down and something. It's like literal So you haven't seen it now because it's a little bit out of tune. I didn't think of that.
It's so cute now. It's like...
You've been so cute.
Those teeth. Yeah. So how did you come up with it? You were just bored one night and you just came up with the song, or?
I think it was Halloween, and I was at the Halloween store or whatever, and I was just looking at the stuff, and I saw these teeth, and I just kind of reeled about the teeth, put them in, and all of a sudden, they got that, kind of like, kind of drawl kind of thing, all of a sudden I started talking like that, and then the song came around, and I put 2 and 2 together, and it went.
So the teeth were the spark of genius, right?
Yeah. Also, I wrote one other tune that didn't quite come out as good as this. It's brought from the studios and it's good. I wrote that when I was living in New York.
Reminiscing of home.
Yeah, maybe I just got back from a trip. There we go again.
Yeah, in New York, and you were just reminiscing about mosquitoes in North Dakota.
I don't know what
Not
that.
have mosquitoes out in New York.
Not nearly as many.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's strange. But it's not nearly as many. You know what? Even if it is painful.
My whole experience with New York has been in New York City. There wasn't much of that. You was having way too much fun.
I'm hungry, man. Was a raccoon. Hey, Dad, is that raccoon doing
So how
yet?
did this become a part of Scotch and Poohy?
Well, they did they wanted to do the redneck bib overall thing,
Yep.
and
They knew about this?
They wanted me to come in and do some hand squirts on the tunes, but
Okay.
it's like, well, if it's a bib overall thing, it's a banjo night live. Why don't I dress up as the Billy Bob character that I've been doing? Like, oh yeah, sure. And it's the goofier the better. You know, a lot of times with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are so much fun to work with, and hopefully I get to do more with them. So yeah, I put the teeth in, put the stocking cap on, and then the cut off flannel there, and mix that with the hand squirts. It was really just a strange mix that that I just couldn't wait to do. And then they invited me later on to do it live. I'm sure we'll get to that.
Because why? It's basically. I'm just guessing why. Okay, we got Scotch and Poohy right now. We actually have a couple of videos of that. So we'll get to his acoustic stuff here in just a moment.
There's one thing that was on my bucket list. Do you want to continue on the Scotch and Poohy?
Or you can go with your bucket list thing real quick. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that.
So you can shut that off. There you go.
Yeah, that busking downtown.
See, I just heard that from Kwaishian on Fridays. We ran into him out there, and I was just like, busking? For some reason, I can like, bussing? Is he bussing tables? What the heck is busking? I don't know.
Busking,
Okay.
you just set up, and you just play in the public. You just play willing, just set up and whatever, and you open your guitar case, and the people walk by.
So
and give you
that's the
tips
term
sometimes.
for it?
Busking, yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I thought it was just panhandling or whatever, but
It's kind of like
Okay.
panhandling, but they call it busking. I had to get a license
I was
to do
going to
it.
say, is there a permit that's required for that then?
Yeah, $50 I had to pay for a permit for a year.
Okay.
And,
Does that allow you to do it whenever then? Well, during certain times? Or
Yeah, I could do it every single day if I wanted to. But only on certain times, like down from Second Avenue South all the way up to 6th Avenue North, and then from like University to 2nd Avenue, 2nd Street.
Okay.
So that area downtown.
So there's a lot of people do this in? Obviously.
I've seen a couple other guys do it. There isn't a whole lot. I like to go down there on the farmers market day on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
I've tried a Wednesday, I've tried a Friday, and you just basically I find I just do it to for practice mainly
Okay.
to keep my voice up, and I might I worked a Friday one time and I made $4 in tips in 2 hours.
Well, it's
And,
something.
But no, it's always something I've wanted to do, and I've never really had the guts to do it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and I'm just going to knock it off my bucket list and just go try it. And
That was a bucket list thing, huh?
it kind of was, yeah.
To go busking out in
Yep.
downtown Fargo.
Yeah, it's kind of a real challenge. It's a challenge I put upon myself, and it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it takes the guts to just go out there willy nilly and just like play, and people are walking by and kind of looking at you weird every once in a while, but the funny thing is, one of the funniest thing is when parents walk by with their little kids, those little kids see it and they see the money in my case and they want to give me some money, so they get money from their parents so they can put it into my guitar case.
There you go. You have to be part of the whole experience. Yep.
I have had a small group of kind of drunk people approach me like one day, and it's just terrible for business because no one wants to be around. Like I got done with my tune and I didn't play anything until he went away. Just go away. downtown. You know, it's only happened a couple of times, but it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, I bet. Yes, I remember after we were done playing at Dempsey's, we had the same type of crowd, except they wanted to help us load in all of our equipment.
Oh.
It's like, you got it, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
You ain't touching
Go
any of this.
go and enjoy your evening.
Yep.
So you have to do this during the daytime then. I'm just interested because
I could do it, I think until about 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, really?
But I don't want to do it at night because people are drinking and they're to just get obnoxious and they're I just assume that the people are just getting obnoxious while they're drinking.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. So I do it earlier in the day.
Okay.
And the farmer's market is between 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's like the perfect time. You know, it's families and stuff.
Gotcha. Get that cross traffic going.
Can I butt in real quick?
No.
Okay. Are you wearing the same shirt?
Yes, I am.
I saw that and I had to say something about it.
Yeah,
There's the female in the room. Yeah.
I have like 6 shirts I just rotate.
I understand.
Oh, I know. You need to get new shirts.
Like I find shirts that are comfortable and I just keep wearing them. Like I don't care what anyone thinks.
That's right. I
Say
did
more
get a new
about-
shirt. See, look at this guy.
Yeah, can I throw away one now?
No,
It has holes.
it fits just right.
So yeah, the busking thing. I made a few $100s doing that so far. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, she even said that. I was just like, what? So I did hear him correct, but then I thought, I was like, oh, bus. I thought he was actually working somewhere.
Has he done it or?
Apparently, he was saying he was just at the grind or whatever. He was just doing his thing.
Okay.
Just working all the time. So
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's getting kind of like, and another thing why I do this is for kind of a lack of gigs. I don't know why it is. There's so many acoustic players in town now. I don't know. It's.
Oh yeah, wait till we get
Seems
to
to
our
me
acoustic corner. It's long.
Oh, man.
Especially this week.
Seems to me when Joe and my brother and I started Brothers Bertrand in 2016, 17, there wasn't as many acoustic players out there as it seemed. Maybe I just didn't know about them all, but now there's just a ton of them, and it's hard to get those gigs, man.
I just wonder, it's just probably just easier for these people that have been playing for a long time that they don't have to deal with like an actual band anymore. They can just go off themselves.
Yeah, it's much easier.
So I'm guessing that's where some of them are coming from and everything. At least that's what I could tell, especially doing this podcast and meeting a bunch of them too. So
yeah,
that's my guess.
Yeah, I love doing it. Yeah,
Here we are.
Yeah, this is right after we played at that gig, or maybe it was before. That gig, I played that gig with these guys at the Front Street Tap Room.
There we are. Yep.
This is the bib overall night with the Saggy Britches boys.
That's beautiful. We got to play that video now.
Let's do it.
So there you go, Scotch and Poohy.
You'll. Oh yeah.
Okay, so you got to go to the interact on the left right there.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm going to explain this live. Go straight up.
Oh, there.
There you go. Yep. And then you can hit the play button.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we did it. Scotch and boys.
This is the old lady.
Come out of all your caverns and join me at the tavern. I'll buy you all a lemonade. I love the Illuminati. You know they like to sneak around. And to the end, I'll buy you all a sake. Waitress, get another
I'm such a great fan
round.
to do it.
My glass is getting shorter. I love the new
We get into it. It's the facial expressions.
Oh yeah.
How creepy can this get?
Yeah, there's no way I could do any of that without those two.
Well, boys, I gotta roll to reach the grassy knoll. You ain't gonna know what that's about. Trilateral condition. I'll take your fellas fishing. Catch yourself a tasty trout. And so we raise a glass to that hairy piece of ass. Lady Sasquatch, where are you tonight?
It's so rotten.
And it's all about a Sasquatch.
Yeah, and I encourage anybody to go on Scotch and Poohy's Facebook site, and you can find the whole video of Banjo Night Live. And that particular one is included, but there's one other one I did with them that I did a couple hand squirt solos in. And
hand squirt solos.
Yeah, hand squirt solos. And yeah, and those guys do a couple of tunes, and they do a couple of jokey things, and it's a lot of fun. I definitely check it out.
You don't incorporate that into anything. I can't see how it could not be fun. So.
Exactly.
We got one more little video. It's like 30 seconds long. Straight down. That says Shane. Right below the one you just did.
Oh, I see.
Yes, sir, my baby, she's drunk all the time. Up and up.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful live music as well too. All that type of stuff just gives it its character as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's not easy to find a microphone to pick up the hand squirts too. And I finally had this. Finally came across. I got this microphone really cheap that picked up those hand squirts real nice live like that.
What microphone is it?
It's just this really cheap. It's an off-brand $25 cheapy condenser kind of looking thing.
Okay,
yeah.
It just worked.
Oh yeah,
yes.
It works great. Turn it up real loud and so it really comes through the PA, and I wasn't looking what I was doing. It's just clunk. Oh man, more embarrassing than anything else.
And there it is, the Bib Show.
Yeah,
so,
there's the flyer for it.
Yeah, it's from last June. And there we are again. Now, is that in the troll lounge?
Sure is.
I'm making stuff up. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I played there 2-3 times. Really, really comfortable stage to play on that one.
They seem to get a lot more traction there at the Troll Lounge. I've noticed that, at least in especially the past few months.
Yep, and they're open to have like different stuff there too.
That's what it looks like. Yep. Definitely looks like. The only time I've actually like quote unquote been in the Troll Lounge is I had Brandon, like forgetting his last name at the time, but he actually took one of those VR videos in this room as well. So there's a VR video of this actual studio, quote unquote, out there somewhere too. But he was showing it to me. That was the first time I ever like wore real VR goggles, and he had this video of them and some other people doing like some jam night in the Troll Lounge.
Oh, cool!
And so you could sit there and just like walk around to see everything from all the angles. And that was just
wow.
That was really interesting. I really want a VR set now.
Neat.
But Shane saw my birthday present there, so I don't think I'm going to get much of anything for probably the next year. But I love it. Oh yeah, talk about this.
Doll Shark. Yeah, we're
so we're going to transition into the
heavy metal.
Yeah.
From Saggy Britches Boys to Prediction of the Witch.
So I was explaining to him, we were watching your videos up on the big screen upstairs, and I was just like, he's a metal guy. So this is just completely left field.
Yeah, I'm not just the metal guy either. I just enjoy playing bass for playing heavy metal bass so much, and I love listening to heavy metal music. But my musical likes are so wide in range, And anyway, so yeah, we're in Prediction of the Witch. We're in the middle of we're almost done tracking our album. We just got a couple of vocal tracks left to do and a mix down, and she's going to be ready to go. But in the meantime, our drummer Uppy, Uppy,
yep,
he's got his finger on the pulse as far as this B horror movie stuff goes, and he collects all the movies.
Oh, interesting.
And he hears about the new ones that are coming out. So he found Doll Shark. This I can't remember the director's name, but Uppy owns a few of his movies. But yeah, I heard about Doll Shark, and they're pay a certain amount of money and you can get one of your tunes on this Doll Shark movie. And so I don't exactly know when this Doll Shark movie's coming out, but our song called Crawling is going to be on Doll Shark.
It's going to be in the Doll Shark. Yeah, I was reading a little bit about I got to put a link to the page on here. It's just basically, I don't think I did that yet, but I will definitely get that on there. And it's kind of like what do you call it? Not a GoFundMe, but it's one of those starters.
Oh,
Kickstarter.
yes.
Kickstarter type thing. So you basically,
You could donate to it or whatever, and
and then they put the movie together, and then you get the first copies that come out and all that other fun stuff. But he was explaining like going into the toy chest, and then you have the doll shark. I was like, okay.
I think a toy shark gets possessed by a great white shark or something like that.
That'd be fun explaining that one in the movie.
Yeah.
I love it. That's gonna be good.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be goofy and it's gonna be cool.
Cool. So you've been in the studio. So how do you do? You can go back to the cameras now. But like you're in the studio now, working the Prediction of the Witch, and it's like, are you in an actual studio? You're doing this tracking at home, or are you tracking like? I might have asked you this before. I was interested in how you're putting this one together.
Yeah, you know Luke Anderson over at Below Grade Studio in Moorhead?
I do not.
Well,
I probably should.
Yeah, he's recording it for us.
Okay.
For a certain price, and he does a really great job.
Hey.
Yeah, so it sounds nice and full. That mix down of the song that's going to be on Dog Start Crawling, it just sounds freaking ferocious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, yeah, pretty damn excited. We're going to have 10 tunes on there. And so, yeah, we're just doing right here in Moorhead.
Okay. So how long has this recording process been taking?
Too long.
Too
It's always too long.
It is.
To me, it's always too long.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, everything is tracked except for a couple of vocals. And I feel I could start talking about it a little bit. I'm really reluctant to talk about an album coming out when we hardly have anything tracked. But all the music's done. Both vocals are almost done. All you have to do is do a mix down and make copies and shit. So
cool. So does he multi-track all that stuff then, or else do you guys get in a room? How do you do it?
Yeah, we all got in a room together to record the drums. Just put on headphones.
Okay.
To record, and so that the guitar and bass didn't leak. And did the drums, and then we did the guitar, and it's usually the bass next. But I'm always more comfortable playing along with Crummey's guitar.
Okay.
So we do the guitar next, and then I do my bass after that, and then vocals on top of everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the one holding up the whole project then. I just calling you out.
Yeah, right. No, the bass is tracked, and it sounds fucking awesome.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear this. I really can't wait to hear
The bass track especially sounds fucking awesome.
Sweet. Do you have any timeline that might be coming out, or are you just kind of playing it by ear at the moment?
Kind of playing it by ear.
Okay.
It's kind of a time issue with Luke but yeah, it's summer's. This summer's been really busy for everybody, so we haven't like really gotten on top of it like we should be, but God, it's so close to being done, man. I'm really excited to have it. We got a gig coming up towards the end of October. Okay. And it's kind of a goal to kind of have it done, but then we have to get copies made and stuff. But yeah. But that
seems to be cheaper and faster these days too.
Yeah. Not if you want to do vinyl.
You're gonna go the vinyl route as well?
I'd love to, man. I think Neil last time said it's like a year wait for vinyl when you had him.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, and I really wanted to get out to that one show where they're selling like the last of his vinyls. I know Xander gave me one of his Zero Place, I believe it was. Yeah. And I don't know. Neil did all the mix down mastering of all that thing. And I believe it's the heavy vinyl that they put it onto, that stuff that just really gets deep into the bass. I threw it on my sound system upstairs, and I had to take a video of what it was doing to the woofers on that thing. It was just, I thought it was going to rattle that sucker apart, man. It was cool. It was really good.
I'm sure it's really expensive to make vinyl too, but God, it's just so worth it. To have your music printed on wax like that is just...
Oh, exactly.
That's the dream.
It's a great presentation, too. I mean, these are great. Having the CD and stuff. Got El Supremo here.
There you go.
For Mr. Neil, but...
Yeah. We'll definitely make CDs. Yeah. That'd probably be our first run of copies made, but we're going to do that vinyl eventually, I'm sure.
Oh, exactly. But that's why I collect Laserdiscs, too, because it's a big presentation. And they're all out of the room now.
They're gone, aren't they?
Yep. I'll have to show you my new room.
Okay.
Things have happened in the past few weeks, and it's been exciting. So cool. So you guys plan on going back and recording after this as well again, or you got stuff in the works?
Well, we're definitely going to start writing some new music.
Good.
Crummey's already been talking about he's got some riffs just ready to go and some half tunes written and stuff. So we're going to get on it. And
awesome. So who does the lyrics in the band?
It's all Britta.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Britta. She writes them and arranges the lyrics. And as far as like all the riffs and stuff, it's basically Crummy and I that kind of put the skeleton together, and then we get together with Uppy, and we all kind of chime in, and this would be cool on that part and all that stuff. We all write it together.
Excellent.
But the majority of the riffs and ideas come from Crummy. He's just a catalog of riffs, man. He's awesome. Riff after riff after riff. That guy is just nuts.
Awesome.
And I'm more of a co-writer. I love if Crummy will play me a riff, and I'll go, what would come after that? I can always hear something in my head that come next, or some sort of arrangement idea. That's my strong point.
You need that guy too. That keeps everything moving forward. Then,
Yeah.
instead of just like, oh, what's next?
Yeah, yeah. There's always ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's get into some of your influences too after this. But first, we got to get to our weekend report here. So, Cena, we miss you, man. Oh, and here we go. Going uptown, we got the Windbreak October Road sitting there on Ladies' Night Thursday. Rains on Friday and Fort Wayne Saturday the 20th. At the Shooting Star, we have Troubadour in the Mustang Lounge Friday and Saturday, 19th and 20th. At the Jasper Theater, we have Music Legends of the 50s. Hitting it tonight, actually. And I was looking at the ticket prices on there. That is not a cheap show to go to, but it's phenomenal. Blue Stem Amphitheater, we have the FM Symphony is going to be out there at the Rocks concert tomorrow, the 18th. And now we're going downtown, the Acoustic Corner, we were talking about earlier. This list is getting longer and longer each day. So tonight we got Matt Downer at Camp Lone Tree, 701 on the Roof. And then tomorrow, Thursday, August 18th, we got Dan Brecky at Pub West, Jim Wade at the Spicy Pie in West Fargo, Rick Adams at the Silver Spike, Matt Ockers at the Junkyard Brewery, Michael J. Morris will be at the Midtown Tavern, Kyle Kemple at the Jasper Hotel, and Tyler, I always mess up his last name, Steinley at the Delta Hotel, and then Keaton Will at the Fargo Brewing. And then on Friday, we got Mick Klein will be out at the Oxbow Country Club. Going downtown, Front Street, we have Vinyl and Vino tomorrow, Thursday, and an open mic next Monday with Travis Nieros. And at the Cellar at the New York City Showcase. Yeah, John Kennedy's going to be hosting that, it looks like, or emceeing it at least, on Friday the 19th. And John Kennedy has been on the podcast here. Funny guy. Sarah was cracking up. I was cracking up. You got to check out that one too. Troll Lounge, Americana Mixers next Tuesday the 23rd. At Rick's, Gorgatron, Break the Cycle, and Gypsy Wizard Queen is tonight for their, I think it was a Gorgatron, is it their tour? Are they taking off on tour? God, I'm messing this whole thing up.
Tour kickoff?
Yeah, I think it is. The tour kickoff tonight, yep. And then Fargo Brewing Company, Hanson. Remember Hanson?
Oh.
Yep. They actually have their own beer that they put out. Yeah, and all that. I've seen some other.
Is it a really, really light pilsner?
Oh, I should know that too. Because I was watching a few podcasts of them on there. They turned out to be some really interesting characters. So, and that's sold out, but that's a Saturday at Fargo Brewing. And then at the side street, we have Xylerian this Saturday as well. Then downtown Dempsey's open mic with Gina Powers Thursday, and then Post Gene on Friday. We go into the aquarium. We got Bindle Fest. It has too many names to say, so basically just check that one out. If you go into the Facebook page of of this podcast, you'll also find that on there as well. And then we got Devil Girl, Jameen, and Lauren Leslie on Saturday. Tailgaters, you got FM Boogie Nights this Thursday the 18th in Fargo Square. On Friday, we have Gina Powers Band. DCR, the Drum Conrad. Again, open mic night with Travis Nieros. You got to hang out with Travis sometime. And then at the VFW this Friday and Saturday, we have Walking Phoenix. Almost as good as Christopher Walken over there.
Almost.
Out of town at the O, we got Saliva on Saturday, and then Laughington Brewing, favorite brewing company out there in the Bismarck Van Down area. You got Brandon Foster this Thursday, Nick Mayan Brothers and Friends on Friday, and then Scott Previs and the Jazz Collective on Saturday the 20th. At Roseholt, South Dakota, who's this band? Uptown. Oh, yeah, I guess we're playing out there. On Saturday the 20th, at Zorbas in Park Rapids this weekend. We have Erie Vibes on Friday, and then JB Lighton on Saturday. And then at the Dugout in Dent, Minnesota, again, who are these guys? Uptown. We'll be playing on Friday. So, a couple new places I've never played before, Rose Holt and the Dugout in Dent. So that's going to be hopefully an exciting weekend for us. And I believe that is it. Yep, that is it for our weekly report. So,
All right.
thank you guys, and make sure that any dates, times, and or venues can be changed at any given moment. So make sure that you reach out to your favorite bands and or venues before venturing out to see your favorite bands or venues. So we're gonna go back to Shane here. We're gonna figure out where this guy's actually started getting all this. I won't say knowledge, but inspiration from. It's like, what are your favorite bands? What's got you started in the first place?
You know what got me started is when my dad was, when I was just a little kid, still sitting in just a little baby. I was 0. I wasn't quite. I don't think he was in 1 yet.
Okay.
And when my dad was taking care of me to go do stuff around the house, he'd sit me in front of the stereo and play Black Sabbath.
Oh,
Black
things are
Sabbath
starting to come together.
Black Sabbath, CCR, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, he'd always he'd sit my brother and I between the speakers when he played Iron Man, and they would go back and forth in the speakers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'd like to listen to this. You know, he'd introduce us to a lot of music.
That whole panning thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
See, my dad had put me in front of Mickey Gilley and, maybe some, I don't know, maybe some polka party type stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's basically all I get to listen to when I was growing up.
yeah, my dad's cool, man. He'd played Steppenwolf and for us and Inagata Davida and stuff like that.
See, that's cool.
Yeah, and then later on, I pick up my own music. Like I think my first tape that I ever bought was Stray Cats, Built for Speed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a choice between that and the Go-Go's.
The Go. So I know I've talked about this before. But I think the first rock tapes that we had in here, besides my mom had 50s and early 60s, 45s of the rock popular music back then, was we had Duran Duran Arena and Sports.
Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis and the New Sports. So yeah. So we literally just played the heck out of those tapes because that's all we had.
Yeah, and then Joan Jett.
Joan Jett.
Yeah, I got a Joan Jett tape for my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was.
How old were you then?
Oh God, 7.
Jeez,
Something like
that's beautiful.
And then we every other year we take trips down to Louisiana because my dad's from Louisiana.
Okay.
And we go visit family down there, and we'd always go out to the Target or Kmart or wherever it was.
Yep.
And look at tapes. CDs didn't exist then back in 1983. And that particular year, I found Weird Al's first album on cassette, and that was excellent. The one with Ricky on it and Got a Boogie.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I Love Rocky Road is on there.
Yes.
Yeah. Another One Rides the Bus is on that tape.
Another One Rides the Bus.
Yeah, so I wore that sucker out, man. Yeah. But my aunt, one of my dad's sisters, had I think it was Another One Rides the Bus, and I think it was Got a Boogie on the other side of the 45.
Oh, they actually had the vinyl of it. That's
the,
awesome.
The 45, yep.
I had a friend down the street who had in 3D or whatever, and that's sort of we got started on that. All of a sudden, it's just like everyone on the block was borrowing that from that guy.
Yep.
So,
yeah, 1984, my brother picked up that one in Mayville at the Larson Drug or something like that.
Because I remember back in the day, I wanted to get a Twisted Sister. My mom wouldn't let us watch MTV back then. She said it'd warp our minds. So we always went down to my friend's house and watched all the time. And then Twisted Sister came on. I was just like, I just loved what they did, even though, the goofy outfits and everything else, I wasn't even paying attention to that. It's just the songs were just killer. We're not. Yeah. So back in those days, I got $quarter a week for an allowance. And that would have been the early 80s, about the time period you're talking about. And let's see, albums at that time were about $4.50 at Target. And I remember doing that. So I saved up all those months to get that dang album. And I was like, I got the money. We went to Target. I went there, Twisted Sister, threw it in the cart. And my mom picked it up and saw him holding that damn bone on the back. Yeah. And she just looked at me and put it back on the shelf.
Oh, no.
And that was the end of that.
Oh, no.
Crushed. I was crushed.
The Stay Hungry album.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's awesome. That was a big influence on me too, with that Twisted Sister, and seeing all that. I love Twisted Sister. Have you seen the Twisted Sister documentary on Tubi?
No, they have a documentary on Tubi.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta write that one down too.
Yeah, check it out. It's just awesome how I could listen to JJ French talk for hours and hours and hours telling stories. The guitar player, JJ French.
Okay. I heard a few things online. They were talking about like how that they're just enormous outside the United States right now. Like they'd sit there and go to Chile or just someplace like that, and they'd be in front of 30,000 people every night.
Yep.
And I'm just like, that's crazy. But I'm guessing the music's finally gotten there and everyone's finally accepted it and all that maybe. But yeah, I just can't believe that they're still going that hard.
Yeah, isn't it
Especially
crazy?
They can't be young, obviously.
No, I think JJ French is 62 or 3 or something like that.
And still doing it.
Yeah, and then, Dee Snider just sounds as good as ever, It's great. These little
The
guys
House of
take care
Hair,
themselves. It helps when the band doesn't do drugs year after year after year.
Man.
I'm reading that Duff McKagan autobiography lately, and Guns N' Roses, the drugs those guys did is just absolutely nuts. It's just amazing that any of them survived.
Don't be that. Yeah, that and Rolling Stones and all that. Yep.
It's crazy.
Not good. All right, so those are your influences, like parents and all that stuff. What got you going into guitar in the first place?
Motley Crue, Twisted Sister, of course Black Sabbath.
And you just had to play guitar.
Oh yeah. Well, you see the just like Friday night videos and and MTV and seeing all that stuff. Well, and then I found an old acoustic in my mom and dad's closet, and like it didn't have any strings on it. I'm like, what's this thing, And
You're hiding this from me.
Yeah, and it was just really intriguing. I was like 12 years old, and I saw that thing, and I couldn't do anything with it. I got my first guitar lesson when I was 15. I was taught 4 chords and how to tune it, and I was just really intrigued by the guitar from a really early age. And I had to know how to do it, and I begged for electric guitar for Christmas and stuff, and tried to pool my money, but damn, those things are expensive. My grandma bought me my first electric guitar. It was like a Finger Hut Harmony, just something to get started on.
It got started, yeah.
And then my folks eventually bought me a Fender Stratocaster, and that's when I really started, in a Metallica Master of Puppets tablature book.
Nice. Yes.
So
the tab books.
So that day I learned the beginning of battery, of course. So yeah.
Where else would you start?
Yeah. So yeah, it's like those types of influences. I've just been intrigued by the guitar from just really early. It just got ingrained, obviously, from a really early age, sitting in front of the stereo.
Just listening to that all the time.
Yep. Black Sabbath is, it's where it started, really, for me.
So what were your first shows that you've gone to?
Well, the first actual, full-blown concert that I was at was Metallica at the Bison Sports Arena.
Serious, I was at the same one,
yeah?
92. I always tell this story. This is why you don't bring a date to a metal concert. Because I remember that. I remember sitting on disc and tape, right? Is that where you got your tickets, or did you get your tickets somewhere else?
My brother, one of his friends, we got really lucky. One of his classmates.
Okay.
He had tickets, and I think his mom and dad wouldn't let him go, or you couldn't go for some reason. And he asked
really?
Joe if he wanted them.
If he wanted them, yes. I remember we were sitting outside doing the rock star thing back in the day. Like, we watch the old 80s movies and stuff, everyone waiting in line for tickets. That was us. We got there 3 hours before they went on sale. And then we got in line, got our tickets and everything else. Then the day of, I remember we left straight from high school, straight to the venue. And we're sitting outside. It was a nice day out. I remember that. And then, we're out there for hours. And then they finally let us in the building. We're sitting there for hours. Mm-hmm. And I'm there with my date, my girlfriend at the time. And then all of a sudden, everyone stood up and rushed the stage. For whatever reason, I don't know, they had the snake pit and stuff going on in the front there.
Yeah.
And we all thought the show was probably going to start or something like that. And then everyone, started coming in there, crushing each other. Well, not really crushing at that time, but, everyone was all up there. Yeah. And she freaked out that we were all going to die and all this other stuff. So next thing you know, I'm sitting in the back with all the bikers and stuff.
Oh, man.
Watching Metallica. We were there for a good 2-3 hours. I know they went for 3 or 4 hours that night.
Yep. They didn't have an opener. They just had 2 big screen TVs, and they were backstage talking to everybody.
That's right.
Before they came out.
that.
What's
I
up, Fargo?
Just remember Lars handing out all of his sticks with the big green tape on there, and I was
Yeah.
so jealous I wanted to get up there to get a stick. But that was your first show, man.
Yeah, I've been, I was in high school. Our band teacher would take us to a couple shows. We'd went in Marsalis at the Civic or at the Chester Fritz.
That's a good one. See, yeah.
And so if you want to talk about my first official concert, I suppose that would have been it. But we also saw the Blenders at a high school.
Oh yeah, the Blenders came to our high school too. Yeah.
Yeah. So before Metallica, there was that. But the first full-blown, like, metal or whatever concert was Metallica. I always say Metallica in 92. That was great. I was 17. My brother was 15. And, yeah, so...
I don't know how old I was. I was just in high school. I just remember that.
Yeah, you're the same age as I am, right?
We're close, yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah. Couple of old fuckers.
Only old in age. Nothing else.
That's right.
So do you continue seeing shows after that then? Or is that kind of that was just a fluke and then you had to wait a few years?
Got lucky. Geez, let me think. I think the second one was probably Guns N' Roses at the Fargo Dome.
Jeez.
In 93. That was their Use Your Illusion tour. Did you miss that one?
I did not see that one. I did not see when Skid Row came with Pantera.
I didn't catch that one either. I was pissed.
They had Queensryche came to town. I skipped that one. I remember those guys. Lots of regrets out there, but
yeah. That Guns N' Roses show was the first rock concert they had at the Fargo Dome. And
that's right. Yep. Yeah.
And there's a little story. Then once again in that Duff McKagan autobiography, he talks about that day.
Really?
Where they come into Fargo, and he was saying that in every town he goes to, he needs to hook up with his drugs, and with big cities, he's always got some sort of contact. And when they landed in Fargo and they get off the plane, he looked around, he went, "Oh God." So
it might have been a little dry. Yeah.
So I saw Scotch yesterday, one night at Paradiso, and I asked him if he had been working at the radio station around that time because they decided to go to cause some shit in town, and they decided to go down to the local rock station unannounced, just show up, and they were on the air. And I asked Scotch if he was there, but no, he wasn't there that day. But
oh man.
But yeah, and then I'm sure they went to the strip club and all that crap. But yeah, he was not impressed with Fargo, I guess.
Oh. That's too bad, Duff.
I thought that was funny. It's just neat hearing those guys, mention Fargo in those types of books and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Of course, they probably still think it's the armpit of America, but yeah, fair enough.
Hey, we got a dome here. We got a Fargo Dome.
Geez, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a Fargo Dome there. We have Garth Brooks come to town. He sells out the show 3 nights in a row.
Oh, all the time. He needs to come back, yeah.
If Garth Brooks came back to town, they'd have to book 4 nights. I'm sure he'd sell out every
whole
damn
week.
night.
I bet he could. Yeah, wouldn't be hard, especially nowadays. All of us old guys, because that's '90s stuff now. So yeah, everyone's starting like, I'll be an empty nester here in a couple days. Yeah. So
aren't you a lucky guy?
I don't know if it's lucky or not. I'm just looking forward to the extra cash.
How rude.
I gotta poke fun at you, son of pigs.
Okay.
I've warmed up to country music these days. There's been several years now I've actually liked country music, and I've even warmed up to that early '90s stuff. But when that country music was coming out, and I was into Metallica and stuff like that, I hated country music.
I was with you.
And when I found out that Garth Brooks sold out the Fargo Dome 2 nights in a row, I was pissed, man. I was pissed. Not so much these days, but I was disgusted.
Like, can you listen to this? It's the same way. All right. Well, we're going to get to your favorite show you've been to all the time, and we're going to let you hold on to that because we need a little Juvenile destruction. Granted, this is recycled because I'm sure you saw what was going on outside when you came on in, so we haven't been able to do any fresh ones, but I'll show you the reason why on your way up. So here we go, this week's Recycled Off the Roof.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay. What is that? Look
I know when I picked them out now, I don't even look to see what they are.
Is that a printer?
Yep. And the printer's what basically inspired this whole idea.
Oh man.
A long, long time ago.
That thing dissolves.
A friend of mine sold me my first actual personal computer, an old IBM PS2 5150 286. I wish I had that thing still in my collection, but he had this printer, and this thing was just ginormous, and I could never get it to work. So he wrote Frankenhooker on it. Why? I don't know.
Is that you throwing that off the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get to do that. Awesome.
So one night at a party, we were just like, we got to throw Frankenhooker off the roof. And we're like, why? Let's just destroy it. Let's just do it. So we threw that thing off the roof, and yeah, it was spectacular.
Yeah, we got to do this every day. Man.
Yeah, that's
every
basically
week.
how it goes. But so yeah, all the parties ended up we were throwing something off, destroying stuff on there. So we're just keeping the tradition alive here at the Uptown Tonight Podcast. So there's this week's Off the Roof, and we got to get to, what was your favorite show you've ever been to?
There's a lot of them. White Zombie and Pantera come in my head right away when they were at the Civic Center. Did you ever catch that one?
I wasn't at that one. I saw them. I think it was the same show as down the cities.
Actually, no, I don't think it was. I don't think they played together. It's White Zombie, and I think it was the Super Suckers and the Toadies that day.
Oh no, it could have been different.
Yeah.
Who was there then?
But the favorite one is probably Ozfest '97.
Okay.
It was supposed to be in Shakopee, but they had to move it to the Metrodome because they didn't want Marilyn Manson playing in Shakopee.
Oh,
So
understood.
So it got moved. But it was like Pantera and Machine Head, Ozzy, Black Sabbath.
Oh, serious.
Coal Chamber played there. It's just, it was awesome. It was really awesome. And so, yeah, Ozzy did a whole set. And then Black Sabbath did a set right after that. So Ozzy had the stamina to do, 2 sets right in a row. Couldn't do it these days, but.
No, because I saw him about the same era. It would have been 96, 97, but it was down in Texas. Something called the Freakers Ball, and I know they had them, and then they had Mike Bourdin on drums. That was the guy who played for Faith No More.
Right.
So that just blew my mind. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I have to see him live.
Yep, he was playing with Ozzy, or he was playing with Sabbath.
Okay.
At that point as well.
It makes sense. It
Yep.
would. And then Sepultura was there too, so I got to see
Ooh.
Sepultura live.
Wow.
And that pit was so freaking nasty. I've never seen this since or before that, but basically, I don't bruise easily, especially back in those days, and I came out bruised coming out of that circle pit, but people were ripping their shirts off, lighting them on fire, and just whipping them around as we were going through there. It got freaking nuts.
Wow.
Texas knows how to do it right.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So
I'm really jealous that you saw Sepultura live.
I was so
great.
excited to see that. And then Ozzy comes out, and he's running back and forth. You're not crazy enough. That's all he kept doing. So it's like, saying he could do two sets. All right, hats off to him.
Yeah, really awesome.
Sweet. What's another good one that you've seen?
Oh, I saw the Black Sabbath. They went on tour in 1999. It was all 4 original members.
Okay.
It was my sister and I, and Chad came up with us that day.
Sweet.
And it was in January, so it was when we left the place. It was a goddamn blizzard. But all 4 members, it just gave you goosebumps hearing them play like Into the Void and all that stuff. It's just, there they are. It's all 4 of the guys. This is the only time this is ever going to happen, because the next tour, Bill Ward wasn't with them again. And it was that one tour that Bill decided to do, I think. And that was it. And it was done. And Sabbath went on. I saw him again at the Ozfest in 2004 in Auburn, Washington. That was a cool one, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So big into the Sabbath thing live, huh?
Oh,
what did they do that was so great on stage? Or was just the presence itself?
It is the presence. It's just evil, Oh, another cool one was Milwaukee Metal Fest.
Oh man, they still do that? I remember that from back
so.
in the day.
I hope so. I don't really pay
Fest.
attention to it, but I think '98 is when I was there. It was King Diamond played.
Okay.
6 Feet Under.
6 feet.
Meshuggah played there. Crowbar.
Oh, I want to see Crowbar live. So
Death played there too.
Death.
Yeah. Before their singer, what's his name, died. So yeah, I saw Death, but I didn't know anything about Death, so I basically didn't pay any attention.
That's how it goes.
I went and got a beer during Death, and now I'm like, I've watched a documentary on Death on Netflix or something like that. It's like, man, I wish I would have paid attention because I wish I could remember the guy's name, but it's just the awesome freaking band, you know.
Just is what it is.
Yep.
So good, but I got a hard out here, so we're basically out of time, Shane. So you got anything that's coming up here in the future?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm playing at the Rooftop Terrace at the Sweet Shots, South Fargo.
Oh, you should have mentioned that. I would have thrown that in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was even looking up Sweet Shots, seeing if anything's going on there. Is that becoming a new venue that they're booking a lot?
Yes. The reason I got in there is my buddy Pat Lipsy is the head of the kitchen.
Okay.
And he also does acoustic stuff too, like I do, and he mentioned my name and got me in there. So
excellent.
Yeah, it's a 40% chance of rain tomorrow, so it's going to be a little sketchy, but hopefully the rain stays away so I can do up my 3 hours.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it starts at 7:00 tomorrow.
7:00, yeah.
Yep.
Sweet Shots. I haven't been there yet, but that place looks pretty nice. I know a lot of the guys in the band do that golfing stuff quite a bit. I wanted to this year, just hasn't quite happened, but. They were talking about that place for a while as well. So definitely go out and check out Shane out there. And then you got the recordings are coming out hopefully soon. And you got, where are you playing at the end of October then?
The Aquarium.
The Aquarium. So there you go.
Yep.
Prediction of which, end of October. So definitely get out to see that one. Hopefully I can make it to that one. That'll be really good. So you can find us on all social media and everything else. Yeah, Uptown Tonight Podcast or uptownbandfargo.com and /podcast and all that other fun stuff. We got a ton of people on there right now. This one's number 76. I can't believe that. 76.
Damn, yeah, you've been at this for a while.
It's going great.
It's cool that you do this stuff, man. I really enjoy watching these podcasts and learning stuff about local musicians and all that stuff.
I freaking really love it. I just love people's stories and stuff. It's fascinating to me. But remember, if your drummer has more charisma than your front man, your band may be in trouble. But that's why my band's doing just fine. So until next time.